Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
Give me a food.
It's never easy to win on the road in the NBA, and by the look at, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in its small forward. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Now here's Love. A baseline J. And it's Drummond missing. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you as long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can. I think that's a good point. That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it. Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
And here are the Cavaliers. It's a three-point game. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
It's good.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Here's Gordon, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for Augustine. Love with the bucket.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Now, here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
And it's Gordon missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And stolen by Fournier. It's tipped. Fultz the pass to Gordon. Rebound Love.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
For the Magic, Ken Burks is checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fournier.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Now, here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Clock at 2. Vucevic misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Birch. Here's Carter-Williams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Carter-Williams is a wily, wiry athlete who finishes well through contact. There's little you can do short of fouling him to keep him from making these shots.
Here's Windler. And Nance kicks to Sexton. Shoots over Carter-Williams. Rebound by the Magic.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And finished off by Fultz.
Boy, when he's going to the rack, he has his height set on jamming it down, Kevin. Tenacious throwdown by Fultz.
Oh, trying for it. And Cleveland turns it over again. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. You take a look at Porter. Deadly on the strike. Someone you do not want to foul.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Carter Williams finds Bamba over Thompson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Porter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Bamba. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Birch's shot's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
It's a hand on it, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Terrence Ross. Carter Williams is out there with DJ Augustin. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot.
You know, he's a proven shooter from distance, guys, despite his size. Bamba's got a nice feel for when he should pull the trigger on that shot.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size around 7'1" and height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the Combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Here is Ross, following the score by Cleveland. Count it.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Here's Windler. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Porter passes to Windler. Cleveland moving the ball around. Thompson finds Sexton. Just 4 to shoot. Windler, a 3 off the mark. Magic leading by 4. Ross passes to Carter Williams. Nice D from Porter.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Windler. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross. And Fournier subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Nance. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 6.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Ennis. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
And that one's good by Porter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Fultz, he's checked in for Augustine. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. And that one's good by Porter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Fultz, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players, draft guys with great length, and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Orlando.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
It's good from Gordon on the assist by Vucevic. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go with the Magic fast break. They get it back. And it's Vucevic missing. It's stolen by Ennis to the inside. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer now. He loves throwing it down.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter off the left rim and out. And a close game so far through the first two.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They never trailed by more than 3. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Garland in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. From the top of the key. A putback. And Love with the second chance points. Love's got 5 now. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Augustine looking around. The pass to Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Fournier's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 4. The open look here for Sexton. And that's in. Nice feet on the play. 10 points for him.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Here's Ennis. Lays it up off the glass. And the Magic lead by 4.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
Now here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Sexton for the tie. That shot off the mark. And Orlando the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Launches a 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 2. Vucevic the pass to Fournier. Out left to the wing. Augustine from outside. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Here's Ennis. His 3-pointers off the mark. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer. And, we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow. No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. And here is Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Moves back up. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Now, here's Garland. Here's Love. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Love's got 7 points in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Gordon. He's got 8. Augustine passes to Vucevic. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 4th assist in this one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now, here's Garland. Got it. Good job in the low post. Garland's got his 2nd basket. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Love. Yep, it counts. 9 points in the game so far.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Augustine. No good there. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Magic, Ross and Gordon are the wings. And there's Mohamed Bamba, and there's Fultz, and it's Birch in at the power forward position. Thompson. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
You know, Terrence Ross is a former dunk contest champion. Ross has major levitation time.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That sends Mohamed Bamba to the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba. Mo Bamba for short is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic too.
And Ross with the slam. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot. They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Fultz looking around. Outside Fournier. And Cleveland making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And a switcher also for Orlando. Vucevic is checked in. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Baseline try. He gets it in there. Garland. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Vucevic gets double teamed. He's looking for Gordon and finds him.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Right wing. Here's Windler. They get the rebound. That shot missing. Orlando leading. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Ross, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Gordon finds Ross. A three. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Garland, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
When it comes to driving the ball inside, Ross is awesome. Remarkably quick and athletic. Knifes his way to the rim with ease.
To the right side. Garland. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Ross, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And Drummond is right there.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Left side Fournier. Over Porter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Over Porter. Fournier's shot is off. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
No fear from folks there, Kevin. I mean, that's why people are really high on this young man. And he is ready to step into the big moments.
Garland, no good. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fournier dishes to Ross. Kicks it to Fultz. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Gordon. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Magic lead by 7.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
So the Magic win it. A narrow win under. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right, that's it. That's pay.
Clouds pass. And is, well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the threesome. And for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Russell, no luck. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Timberwolves passing it around. Now Beasley. Outside, Towns. Russell with a wide open look. No good with the triple. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Al Gordon after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Three-pointer Augustine.
Well, you want to see some more ferocity on the defensive end from D'Angelo Russell. Right there, he proves what a force he can be.
It's Beasley on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
4 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Russell with the bucket. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA. Don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Layman. Augustine grabs the board.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Left side, Gordon. Outside, Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Now here's Ross. His last outing, he had 24 points. For the finish, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Wow, the long reach of Cat. When he grabs for the ball, it's over.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ross kicks to Augustine. Beyond the arc. Orlando gets it back. It's Fournier on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Pass to Ross. Outside Fournier. Kicks it to Vucevic. Over Towns. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
Well, Vucevic understands that the mid-range is a part of his game that he can go to at any point.
Towns finds Johnson. Now, here is Russell. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. They grab their own miss. Towns, the pass to Johnson. Here's Okogie. Back to Russell. From deep. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gordon. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
A good close contest so far as we finish the... One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Carl Anthony.
You know, everyone has to get some of the shit.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Coleman. Layman is out there with Johnson. And it's Reed in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Boy, there's big-time athleticism in the body of Markelle Fultz. Get up, young sir. Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Beasley kicks to Towns. Beasley, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now here's Fultz, covered by Beasley. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. That one falls.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
Back to Hernan Gomez. Beasley outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
In the corner, it's Birch. Up top, Fultz. Back to Birch. And Bamba now top of the key. Here's Ennis. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Ennis has got his first 2 points of the night. Timberwolves trail by 5. There's the pass to Beasley. And here is Johnson. Back to Beasley. Outside, Russell. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Bamba, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Beasley kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Bamba with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Wasted no time on that one. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Beasley for 3. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Here's Carter Williams following the score by James Johnson. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Pass to Culver. The three. It's the three-point bomb.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Passes it to Ross. He feeds it to Gordon. It's deflected. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Augustine looking around. Oh, good on the three. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even back. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of the period, they held it 2 points.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Augustine against Russell. Augustine, no luck. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Here's Vucevic following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 3 on the clock. Misses off the left iron.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the basket by Okogie.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 7 points.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Okogie for 3. A second chance effort. Noel. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Offside Fournier. Banked in off the glass. Fournier's got his third basket of the night right there. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 6. Ennis in the corner. Pass to Vucevic. Three-pointer Augustine. They get it again.
Evan Fournier has an innate sense of where the basketball is going to come off the rim, and if you don't box him out, he's going to take great use of it.
Here is Russell. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Towns. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. There's Okogie, defended by Gordon. Good on the shot. Okogie's got 6 here in this quarter. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. It's Russell with the drive. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Free throw good, Russell.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Mr. Folds more than happy to fire away from range. Pretty shot, Markelle.
To the left wing. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Russell with the bucket.
And the poise of D'Angelo Russell, despite the size all around him, that's nice.
Pass to Birch. For the 3. Bamba's shot is off. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Culver.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
6 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Fournier. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Minnesota on top. They're up by 1. And we're coming. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Layman, Malik Beasley out there with Culver. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Reed in at the center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Culver. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff. Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Ross, and there it is for him. Ross has got his first points of the game.
Well, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
Passes it to Lehman. Not going to go that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Ross in the corner. Right side Fournier. Clock at 6. Now here's Ross, guarded closer, and he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 3. The Timberwolves shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Beasley kicks to Culver. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Tipped away. Culver dishes to Beasley from 12 feet out. He can't get that one to fall. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Ross, and the jam by Ross.
How about the explosiveness of Terrence Ross? What great acceleration on the effective drive.
Here's Culver. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Fournier passes to Gordon. He dishes it to Ross. And it's Gordon, that time on the assist from Ross. Ross has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Fultz. Bangs home the trifecta.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now they're in a position to win the game.
3 on 3. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. To the middle. He's looking for Gordon and finds him over Johnson. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
1:15 left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Lehman. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now Fultz. Ross on the wing. Covered by Beasley. Back to Ross. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Ross has got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando. Beasley, the pass to Culver. Can they get it? Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Gordon dishes to Ross. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. 3-pointer. And it's Gordon missing. Here's Lehman, who's guarded by Fournier. Culver kicks to Lehman. Misses the 3. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like...
We get a look at the sun shining. And we've got time for... Well, you're right, DA. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings.
And when I look at Orlando, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out. They're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, they'll sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Another miss by Conley. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And that one drops.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Mitchell following the bucket by Orlando. Conley, the pass to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. From deep three-point range, Utah gets it back. Here's O'Neal. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. All right, a chance to see some stats for Conley. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Puts it up. Cross. That's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Jazz trail by 10. Gobert the pass to O'Neal. Mitchell left side. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Out to the right wing. Fires from 18. Rebound by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. And it seems like your opponent does it better.
You know, they were reacting rather than dictating. I thought they played scared all night.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Jazz with some changes. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mitchell. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Cross, that's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Offensive rebound. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Scooped up. Another shot. Here's Gobert. Can't hit from in close. And the Magic with possession. They're on an 18-3 run right now. Birch the pass to Bamba. He kicks it to Ross. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fultz dishes to Bamba. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Mudiay. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
It's stolen by Davis. And so it's Orlando looking at it. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley.
The ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Gobert, Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Clarkson. Then there's Davis, and it's Niang in at the small forward.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Fultz. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 10, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And the Magic making a change here as well. James Ennis will check in for Ross. Here's Mudiay. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Davis finds Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. Orlando leading by 12. Here's Fultz. Gets an open look and hits. Fultz has got his second basket of the night.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the defense, and he finds the open man.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. D.A., thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles is checked in for George Niang. O'Neal comes in for Clarkson. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Moutier. Fournier with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Down low, here's Mitchell, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Evan Fournier.
You know, because Donovan Mitchell is so explosive, few guys have the energy, the effort, and the discipline to guard him on a nightly basis.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Ennis. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. And the basket by Gordon. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And it's Gordon missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ingles. Passes it to Ennis. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Back to Ennis. Kicks it to Augustine. Pass to Ennis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. And the change for the Magic. Ross is checked in. Gobert with the block.
You got to keep your head on the swivel when you go up against Rudy Gobert.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
35 seconds left now here in the second. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Back to Augustine. The pass to Ross. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
O'Neal. A three-pointer off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Just 4 seconds left here in the second. Three-pointer. And so it's Orlando holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Out in front of the half is Orlando. They lead by 11. Shaq, let's get. And.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Jazz trail by 9, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Isn't it interesting, Smitty, we're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. Now, here's Vucevic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Pass to Ennis. On deep.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And it's Mitchell missing. Magic leading by 9. Here's Augustine. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. It must have been one poor speech at halftime. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Look at the big man Gobert sprint down the court, looking determined to beat everyone to the bucket.
Augustine looking around. Passes to Gordon. He dishes it to Ennis. It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by O'Neal. They need this one. Fournier's shot is off.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
They recover it. In the corner, O'Neal with it. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Conley. Augustine dishes to Gordon. Back to Augustine. From outside the arc, with the putback. Here's Vucevic, stolen by Mitchell. Conley against Augustine. From deep Ingles. Offensive rebound.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower-paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the deep.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And Orlando making a change here. Carter Williams is checked in. Now here's Fultz, defended by Mudiay. Here's Carter Williams, hits the jump hook. And the Magic lead by 7.
The size MCW gives you at a point guard position enables him to finish in the painted area with hands in his face.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
To the wing on the left. Here's Birch. Takes it from 10. Carter Williams can't get it to go. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Niang. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Cans it from downtown.
If you're guarding MCW, that's what you want to do. You want to bait him to take threes. But here, he nailed it.
To the left side wing. Now Fultz. Pass to Birch. Tries from 16, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Orlando Magic in the... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the power forwards position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Shoots from 14. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Orlando leading by 8. Gordon with it. He kicks it to Fultz. Ross on the wing. Outside Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now here's Fultz. This is to Gordon. Mudiay with her rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And a change for the Magic. Augustine's checked in. Here is Conley. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Ross with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Augustine's running. And it's in there. Augustine's got his first points of the night.
You like how Ross was looking around on that play to find the best shot available.
Ingles finds Clarkson. Augustine against Conley. From deep three-point range, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Stolen by Clarkson. The pass to Ingles. Wide open look. Jump shot is good that time.
Catching fire. When you have a shooter like Ingles, it's a great play to run.
Augustine against Conley. Fournier in the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. James Ennis, he'll check in for Orlando. Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Conley against Augustine. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them though.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ingles. It's Fournier on the wing, covered by Mitchell. And Fournier kicks to Ennis. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Conley for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Fournier finds Gordon. Here's Vucevic. Back to Gordon. Fournier in the corner. From the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Orlando making some changes. It's deflected. Birch the pass to Clark. Back to Birch. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 13.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Fultz. Off target. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA.
Every home game's an occasion here in Orlando. And as they came in earlier, the Magic were... And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Augustine looking around. Off target with his 3. Cleveland with the ball. And the pass to Sexton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own, of course, for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's Garland. A slam dunk by Garland.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. The feed to Gordon. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Bulls. 3-pointer Augustine, and the 3-ball is good. Augustine's got 5.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Orlando leading. Gordon inside, defended by Drummond, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Magic shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Terrence Ross has checked in for the Magic. Markelle Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. Cleveland moving it around, and Thompson kicks to Porter. Left side, Nance. Here's Thompson. Nance trying to break loose, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Nance.
Well, Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And the basket by Gordon.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Porter with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Here's Garland. A three-pointer, no good. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to Chicago. Passes it to Vucevic. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Thompson. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
So for the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Evan Fournier. And the dunk by Bamba.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Birch grabs the board. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And the dunk by Bamba.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill front.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Birch's shot's good.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Garland, the pass to Windler. He kicks it to Garland. Lets the 3 fly. Birch grabs the board. Now the pass to Windler. Second chance shot. And that one hits back iron. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Magic. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2. The shot by Sexton, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
They get it back. Birch, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
It's his first trip to the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ennis comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Drummond finds Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Count it from 12. Porter's got his second basket of the night. Well, Orlando shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67% inside. Here's Bamba. Offensive rebound. Birch. And he converts the layup. Birch has got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Sexton. Oh, good on the triple. Magic leading by 4. Here's Birch. He's got 5. Pass to Bamba. Over Drummond. Bamba's shot is off. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him. And I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
Yeah, that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority. Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9" and a half, and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Back to Carter Williams. Orlando moving the ball around. Snatched up.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And finished off by Porter.
Colin Sexton forced into the role in Cleveland with tons of minutes, but also having to orchestrate the offense for a very young team.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Now here is Augustine. Defended by Sexton. And again, it's the Magic from deep. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You've combined 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And all of those guys, yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, if we talked about their physical nature and stature, I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
Ross with the steal. Now here's Carter Williams. Tight defense on him. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Osman. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Vucevic. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Windler. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Just 3 on the clock. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Garland. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Orlando out in front. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that'll about do.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Goes up to the stripe. That one rolling around and rims out.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Feeds it to Gordon. Over Love. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. A slam dunk by Garland.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Here's Fournier. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Kicks it out to Love. It's stolen by Ennis. Fournier into the lane. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Magic have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Passes it to Osman. Garland kicks to Love. Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now Augustine, 8 points for him. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity and stolen by Love. Knocked away. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. It's stolen by Ennis. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And that one's good. Drummond.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Here's Augustine. That's short off the rim.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland the pass to Drummond. From deep. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Garland. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Fournier dishes to Vucevic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Love the pass to Sexton. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando leading by 9. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Porter. Here's Bamba. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That's in. Augustine with the assist. Bamba's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. Fournier against Love. Pass to Bamba. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Fournier, and it's good for 2. He has 7.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Dishes to Bamba. Drummond working against Vucevic. And he drops it in from the low post.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Love finds Sexton. The wide open look here for Garland. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And stolen by Sexton. This one for 3. Garland, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Bamba. And so it's Orlando holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 guard. Puts up a 3. Vucevic. And it's put back in by Vucevic. And the Magic lead by 17.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
It's stolen by Fultz. Vucevic finds Ross. 2 points. That one goes. Ross has got his first bucket in this one. And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot. Oh, wow.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Stolen by Thompson. One-on-one here. Oh, Porter in position.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Porter. There's the pass to Birch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The first one falls, and Orlando making a change here. Ennis is checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Osman's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Down low. Got a piece of it. Pass to Windler. Tries to save it, and out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in.
And they may want to work on getting more high percentage shots. They have the lead, but the three-point shots haven't been falling for them like they were in the first half.
Magic leading by 17. Gordon goes in, makes it off the glass.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Back to Fultz. Vucevic against Thompson. Vucevic with it. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. No good from Ross. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Ross with the steal. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Here's Ennis. And the 3 off target. Cavaliers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Thompson dishes to Nance. Pass to Osman. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. So Orlando will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. It's a 16-point game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Magic.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Vucevic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Ross on the wing. No one near fault as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Magic lead by 16.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Kicks it out to Gordon. No one near him. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Fultz. Launches it. He's off on that one. And so it's Orlando taking this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our ball. And with... Well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Mark, I'm so familiar with when you played and you were dominant in the post, and that's the same for a few players I know you admired tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, it's much harder now to consistently score inside because teams defensively are so much quicker to double team you and get the ball out of your hands if you're a good low post scorer.
They read defensively well, and they rotate Clark so quickly. I'm always amazed at that.
Fast and hard.
Beasley outside. Back to Russell. Vucevic with the block, and he gets it back. Hernan Gomez finds Beasley. Offline with his three. Knocks it loose. The kick out to Towns. Al Fournier, scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game, and he's able to get it back. Ennis in the corner. To the paint. And here we go. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
Augustine with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Out to the right wing. Now here's Ennis. Defense is right there. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Establishes position with a strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
Here's Beasley. The offensive rebound. Towns kicks to Russell. From outside, off the mark.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And the basket by Gordon.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders. About as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
And it's Russell missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, you look at Gordon, he is cut up now. Fantastic at being able to overcome physical defenses because of his own physicality.
Ross is checked in for Orlando. Timberwolves also changing it up. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Malik Beasley.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Gordon missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Passes it to Russell, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Minnesota. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. Magic leading by 4. Carter Williams dishes to Fultz. Pass to Bamba. Trying to find Ross and gets it to him. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Johnson. And the foul on Khem Birch. That's his first foul. Timberwolves trail by 4. Out to the wing. Layman pass to Reed. And Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
And it's good, 2 points. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Ross on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, Bamba with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Carter Williams. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Bamba. Excellent D there by Johnson.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
And he makes that one.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Carter Williams. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, Bamba really a dogged rebounder despite his slight frame. He's got great length and timing and his intensity.
Oh, my goodness! Before the hole! How about that?
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to work.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Terrence Ross. Carter Williams is out there with Markelle Fultz. And there's Mohamed Bamba, and it's Birch in at the 4 slot. Magic moving the ball around, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up official. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Layman. Here's Culver. Noel. And he's good on the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Fultz kicks to Birch. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Layman pass to Culver. Here's Layman. Carter Williams covering. Back to Layman. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And Ross with the slam.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
The pass to Culver. Back to Johnson. Ross with the steal. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a chance to check out the stats for Markelle Fultz. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 13 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. James Ennis will check in for Terrence Ross. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did trust you.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Shoots from the baseline, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Fultz. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Gordon's jumper really looking good, showing you how dangerous he is from the mid-range.
Russell finds Hernan Gomez. Over to the wing. Now Russell. It's Beasley on the wing. Passes it to Towns. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time for Vucevic. Here's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Towns, no luck. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Kicks to Russell. It's Beasley on the wing. Outside, Russell takes a 3. No good that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 4. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Things were going Orlando's way from the beginning. They had the upper hand early. Defense. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Can't hit that one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Ennis with the ball. Working on Beasley. Shot clock at 5. Augustine from outside. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 6.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. It could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. Johnson, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Orlando grabs the miss.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And they double up Gordon. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And that one drops for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Towns kicks to Lehman. Pass to Culver. Beasley outside. Fires from deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here is Ross. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Minnesota also with the sub. Okogie's checked in. Pass to Culver. Puts up a 3. Traps in the tray. Culver's got 6 points.
And looking good there from distance. Culver fundamentally sound with his jumper.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And the pass to Bamba. Count the basket. 6 points for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Orlando making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Russell, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. A shot by Culver, nobody around. And it's Towns on the follow.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
Passes to Fultz. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 6-point game. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. James Ennis will check in for Fultz. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Culver.
Boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Reed. Back to Russell. Hernan Gomez in the corner for 3. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Orlando leading by 7. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Ennis taking his time here. Now here's Vucevic. He's got 7. Count that one. Vucevic has got 9.
How about the concentration level of Vucevic? I mean, we often overlook that, but just keeping his hands steady on the shot attempts, even while getting bumped and roughed up a bit.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Magic out in front. They're up by 5. And will return shortly. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. The finish, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Augustine dishes to Gordon. Augustine against Hernan Gomez. Pass to Vucevic. Augustine looking around. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Johnson.
You know, Augustine, when he's attacking, playing downhill, trying to score, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense and puts them in a tough spot guarding it.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Russell with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got his first bucket of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Gordon finds Augustine. Back to Gordon. Over Johnson. And the basket by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 5.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
A Kogi missing. Well, Orlando shooting an efficient 53% from the field. The shot's good from Fournier.
Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Timberwolves trail by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Russell passes to Okogie. Pocket 6. Russell left side. From beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. To the inside. Beasley with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And Russell gets it to go.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Vucevic down low for 3. Gordon. And no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Beasley kicks to Russell. Offensive rebound. Towns. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And now just a 3-point Magic lead. Augustine dishes to Fournier. Backs in Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one.
And really, come on now, that kind of drive is what you love about Fournier. No fear at all in terms of taking matters into his own hands.
Here's Towns, and it goes down 2 points. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
Augustine, that's good.
Hey, and when you're small of stature, you have to be a fearless competitor. And Augustine is all of that. Ready to take any shot. Doesn't matter what point of the game it's at. He's ready to step up.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut back down to 3 on the basket from Karl Anthony Towns. Orlando, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Augustine, that's good.
You know, it's obvious and easy to talk about Augustine's speed. He's a speed merchant, but how about his creativity there?
And now Orlando on the break. Here's Gordon. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Timberwolves trail by 5. Beasley right side. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
The pass to Fournier. 55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Bamba gets to Augustine. Right block shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And it's tied up with that one.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bamba. No good from outside. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Russell. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Augustine, no luck. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Ennis passes to Augustine from deep. Misses the 3. Here's Russell. Can't connect. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boot.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Alexander. He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Jazz. They've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs.
And seeing where Utah is, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward spot. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. He had stolen by Ingles. And now Utah. Wow, hammering it in!
Such a skilled defender, Kevin. Joe Ingles great at positioning himself and using his length to poke balls away.
It's Fournier on the wing. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future. What these teams want these individual players to be like. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Augustine against Conley. Now here's Vucevic. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Mitchell. Augustine with the steal. Ennis in the corner. To the middle. He's looking for Gordon and finds him over Ingles. Utah with the rebound. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And there's the pass to Mitchell. The quick look, no good that time. The Magic have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Vucevic against Conley. Now here's Ennis. He's covered closely. Back to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. Since the break, he's come back strong, really making his presence felt. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Got a piece of it. Fultz dishes to Gordon. Here's Birch. He's guarded by Davis.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
Here's Fultz. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Kept alive. Passes it to Clarkson. Jazz passing it around. Moutier kicks to Niang. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Trains the three-pointer. Clarkson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Utah. Right wing. Birch the pass to Ross. And it's blocked. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Vucevic, and it's Carter Williams in for Gordon. Here's Clarkson. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Niang. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
Good on the second free throw. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Bulls. Pass to Clarkson. Davis kicks to Mudia. Here's Niang. Davis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Niang. Knocks down the 3 ball. Niang's got 5 now.
We're crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me, Greg, is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that 3-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said it.
He's one of my favorite players growing up.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Peyton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Birch in at the 4 slot. It's good on the putback.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bamba's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that.
Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Mudiay. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Fultz. On the wing, Ingles. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. The Magic trail by 16.
Donovan Mitchell able to play with both power but also finesse. He's got long arms, big hands. He can do so much on a basketball court.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Kevin, how fast does Donovan Mitchell get off the ground? My goodness.
Here's Carter Williams. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And for every game, you see Mitchell working on those skill finishes.
You have to be able to elevate off 1 foot in traffic, something he could not do in college. Now you think about what this guy uses in his toolbox. Floaters, scoop shots, wrong-footed quick releases, and he's absolutely fearless attacking the rim.
Left side Fournier, back to Bamba. Kicks to Carter Williams. Over Conley. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
A three-pointer off the mark.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, exceptional at giving you that extra burst necessary on the drive. That's pretty.
On the wing, Ingles fires for three. Fournier pulls it down.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Conley with the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Finished off the break. Bamba's got 8.
Boy, how about the ability of Mo Bamba to sprint the floor? Nicely done to get out in transition. I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Gordon the pass to Fournier. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Markelle Fultz has checked in for Fournier. The Jazz also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Pass to O'Neal. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
The Magic trail by 16. And finished off by Fultz.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence. Showing right there he can get through the defense.
It's good from long range. The Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Gordon kicks to Augustine. From past the arc, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And so it's the Utah Jazz. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are way out in front. And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Conley against Augustine. Stolen by O'Neal. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Checking out the numbers for Gordon. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 15 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
The Magic trail by 19.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Ingles finds Gobert. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Mitchell. He goes up again, and Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
It's Fournier on the wing. The pass to Ennis. No good on that one. O'Neal with the defensive effort. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second-chance points.
The Magic shooting 43% from the field. Ross on the wing. Pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Ingles. And now Ingles pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That one goes. Count it. Ingles has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Joe Ingles is not the fastest guy, but he understands angles and how to create opportunities defensively and then get into his offense.
Augustine against Conley. Augustine dishes to Gordon. Back to Augustine. 4 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fournier for 3, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. The putback. Orlando grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand, and the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Bamba kicks to Ross. It's stolen by Mudiay, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game.
Magic foul call. Markelle Fultz.
Pass to Clarkson. Over to the left wing. Now O'Neal. Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. O'Neal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Mudiay. Fultz kicks to Ross to stop the run. O'Neal with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Mudiay certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward. The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
Wandu passes to Ross. Clark for 3. No good on that one. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mudiay. And the Jazz, another three.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Mudiay must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Here's Bamba. He's got 10. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Pass to Clark. From downtown. The rebound by the Jazz. Now, Mudiay, 6 points for him. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. 6 seconds left in the third. Here's Bamba. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness.
And so it's Utah, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Frazier. Also, Carter Williams out there. Ennis out there with Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Carter Williams with the bucket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
To the right side. To the wing right side. Here's Williams-Goss. He kicks to Tucker. It's stolen by Ennis. Here's Frazier. The shot that time, not on target. The Jazz go the other way with it. Now, here's Tucker. Floats it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Ennis in the corner. They get the rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. There's the pass to Tucker. You and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
A shot by Frazier, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Tucker, Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Oni, who's guarded by Fournier, just 3 to shoot. Stolen by Gordon. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball call.
And Utah has possession. Poked loose. It's Davis on the wing. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Augustine finds Gordon and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for here. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Passes to Williams-Goss. And here's Tucker. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Clark. At the tip. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Pulls it up. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Augustine. And that's now 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Pass to Williams-Goss. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Conley with the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Frazier against Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Carter-Williams. Shoots a three, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Jazz ball.
It's been all Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Gobert finds Ingles. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.